two visuals I want you to see. Two visuals I want you to see. One is the Kerala lynching. A young man from Chhattisgarh, suspicion was that he's a Bangladeshi, has been killed. And on the other hand, these so-called thekedars of Hindutva, of the Dharma, taking it upon themselves, telling people what to eat, telling people what to name their shops. This is Uttar Pradesh, where a biryani shop owner in Rampur, who's named his shop Rampuri Zaika, what should I say, absolutely good for nothing people decided that they will not tolerate that. In 2025, we have come to the end, but what is the country that we are living in? Where are we, in fact, pushing our country? That's the big question. I want to start first with the shocker from Kerala, which came, in fact, the story is absolutely shocking, ladies and gentlemen. Let me very quickly at this moment go across and give you a sense of what happened. 31-year-old migrant worker Ramnarayan Baghel went to Kerala in search for job. And this search, this hunt for employment turned fatal for him. He was in a village in Kerala. This migrant worker was mistaken as, in Palakkad, was mistaken as a Bangladeshi. They were suspected him that he had stolen something. And what then ensued was death of humanity. He was brutally beaten up, continuously, thrashed. Every time they asked him the question, "Where are you from?" he said he was barely conscious, kept saying the name of his village, but they kept branding him as a Bangladeshi and then kept beating him. In and out of consciousness during these blows, Ramnarayan kept begging for mercy. That did not come. He was beaten up continuously. And this shocking video was recorded, a 31-second video of this brutal assault was recorded by the assailants. Imagine that. The post-mortem report says there are 80 wounds on his body. From his head, his chest, blood was oozing out. Police, when he was taken to the hospital, he died due to massive trauma and also, of course, over, bleeding. And why? He said that he gave his sister's name. They said, your sister is also a Bangladeshi. And even if he was a Bangladeshi, who gives these people right to take somebody's life? Even if you have some suspicion, there is a mechanism in this country. This country is run by law and order. Who gave them the authority to decide on his life? This is the madness. This is the emboldenment of the mob. This is not a country that is run by constitution and law. If these kind of things, if these kinds of incidents keep happening, I want you to listen in to some reactions on this.
मेरे भाई को जो है यहाँ पे भीड़ द्वारा जो है पीटा गया है, तो जो भीड़ द्वारा पीटा जो धारा है मॉब लिंचिंग का, वो केस दर्ज होना चाहिए। और जो तहसील पुनावाला का धारा है, SIT टीम गठित वो हो। और मृतक जो मेरे परिवार के जो ये मेरे दोनों बच्चे हैं, मेरे भाई है, इनको जो है उचित जो है मुआवजा राशि 25 लाख रुपये से मिले, ऐसा मेरी सरकार से मांग है। केरला सरकार से बात की? केरला सरकार से कोई हेल्प मिलेगा? अभी तक तो कोई हेल्प मिला नहीं। आगे जो है सरकार से मेरी यही मांग है, जो मेरी तीनों मांगे हैं। और हम लोग SC समुदाय से आते हैं, तो SC ST एट्रोसिटी की धारा जो है वो दर्ज होना चाहिए।
बॉडी छत्तीसगढ़
जब तक मेरी ये मांगे नहीं पूरी हो जाती, हम शव को कहीं नहीं ले जाएंगे।
Brutal killing of a guest worker from Chhattisgarh, Ramnarayan Baghel, is highly condemnable. He is a victim of politics of hate propagated by Sangh Parivar throughout the country. He was subjected to mob lynching, accusing that he is a Bangladeshi. And 5 people have been arrested. and 4 are Sangh Parivar activists. They are non-criminals and they are accused in many criminal cases, including attempt to murder of a CPIM leader.
He went to Kerala in search, God's own country, search for work because he had 2 children to feed. Now they have been orphaned. They don't have a father. Why? Because some people decided that he is a Bangladeshi. Hence, possibly thinking a Muslim, and his life meant nothing. His life meant everything to his family. I just want to play out. It's heartbreaking, the video. I just want to play out some audio on this for you to understand how brutal this entire incident
तुम्हारा गांव किधर है? तुम बांग्लादेशी?
वो मेरा बहन को लिखा है।
बहन में बांग्लादेशी और तुम्हारे गांव में कहाँ है तुम?
2 ठोक हमारे था।
बांग्लादेशी
और
बांग्लादेशी
2 ठोक
आपका बांग्लादेशी?
हाँ।
This was shot after beating him mercilessly for many minutes. He was hardly in his senses, kept talking about his sister who's in the village, and zero mercy was shown to him. Let me go across to Ashwin Nanda, my colleague who is joining me at this moment on the broadcast. Ashwin, there are no words to describe what has happened. And the only question is that what is happening in Kerala? I mean, that is the rule of law. Is it dead in the state that this kind of a merciless beating resulting to a death of a man from any part of the country happens?
Ankit, it's so unfortunate that this has happened in Kerala, and let me tell you, Ankit, this is not the first lynching that has happened in Kerala. The most horrific one was in 2018 of a tribal man called Madhu, and that was in 2018. Now, this is not the first time a migrant labor has also been attacked and lynched. Ankit, let me just put it on record. In 2023 May, a 37-year-old migrant worker from Bihar was lynched. In 2023 March, Vaishak, another Dalit boy, was lynched. Vishwanathan, in February 2023, 46-year-old tribal man was lynched. Then comes this. So it is not the first case, and in fact this is the third case from Palakkad. So certainly the question that has to be asked is, from 2016 onwards, when the CPM government has been in power, so many lynching has happened in a state which is where the apostles of human rights are ruling the state. So certainly questions are being pointed to that. While the family today, Ankit, is demanding that full compensation. In fact, just now the government has also accepted the compensation. 10 lakhs is the reward that has been kept. That is the compensation. The compensation that has been kept for the life that has been taken away by an unruly mob consisting of 5 people. In fact, the Superintendent of Police, Ajit Kumar, has stated that the political background of these accused will also be looked into. Certainly, this has put a pressure because the police is also under pressure, because the top politicians of the state who are ruling the government, who are at the dispensation, has already pointed their fingers at the BJP RSS. So certainly, that is where this entire issue is now. Everybody is pointing fingers at each other. CPM is pointing fingers at RSS. The Congress is pointing fingers at the government. But at the end of the day, a migrant worker constitute 35 lakh people in the state of Kerala, which population is around 3.4 crores. So almost 10%, Ankit, is the migrant workers in Kerala, and certainly his life has been lost, and there is no proper
workers from other parts of the country coming to Kerala, and we are talking about a state where the number of people, those who are working outside that state, Kerala depends on the remittances which come from a large number of people, those who live outside. So why this hatred? And as I said, even if he was a Bangladeshi, what gives them the right to kill anybody in this fashion? Professor Dinesh Varshney is joining me, senior leader of the CPI at this moment on the broadcast. I'm also being joined by Rahul Eshwar, activist, who is with me on the broadcast. Professor Varshney, before, in fact, it goes into this whole finger pointing, it's whether it's RSS backed or this mindset that we can question. The law and order in the last 10 years in the state of Kerala has been with the left government. And if there are repeated incidents that take place in the state, there is fundamentally something wrong. Mob is taking over. Either they do not have any confidence in the police that they want to, in fact, dispense justice on their own. And if they are so fearless, what is the government doing, sir?
Well, Ankit, let me tell you one thing. I, on behalf of the left parties and the left front, strongly condemn this murder, this lynching. The people of Kerala don't believe in this nonsense of Bangladeshi or somewhere from here and there. This is a BJP language. And all those who are 5 are arrested, 4 of them are belonging to the RSS. They are criminals. As far as law and order is considered, law and order is one of the best considered in the Kerala as per the Home Ministry of India. What the language you are saying that it is a matter of concern about the law and order in Kerala is a BJP language. Even your reporter from there has not used the word that they are RSS workers. So you are shielding them in a one or the other way as per the Godi media norms. Secondly, I would like to tell you one thing.
I'm very happy for you to
listen to me. Let me complete my statement.
No, hold on. Why should I let you complete, sir? If the only question that you have is on the media, there is a man, a 31-year-old, and I kept saying even if he's Bangladeshi, what gives anybody the right to kill him? Instead of, in fact, you are well within your rights to correct me, to tell me that these people are from RSS, if that is what your investigation is showing. But for you to come here and, in fact, make these grandstands and question us that, oh, we are trying to shield anybody. I am sorry. If it was a matter of shielding, we wouldn't have taken this story. I am really, really sorry. And if you think that we are trying to cover up for somebody, we wouldn't have taken this story. This story would have been buried in the 20 other stories that are important. So while you can recalibrate of how you want to interact come up with your second response, I want to go to Rahul Ishwar. I am not going to accept this. I am taking this story in absolute outrage because this should not have happened. There are multiple cases which have happened in Kerala. You are well within your right to tell me that the police investigation has found that these people are members of RSS. But if you cast aspersions on me or my channel, I am not going to, in fact, take that. Rahul Ishwar, let me ask you this very, very simply. Is this how the politics of Kerala will be functioned? Is there a rule of law? And while I can question the CPI government on the repeated cases of assault, the fact is, let me go through the names, in fact, of the people, those who are the accused as far as this case is concerned. And in this case, 4 of them have been said to have links with RSS.
We will teach them a lesson.
Tell me one thing, Rahul Ishwar, whether this man was a Bangladeshi or from any country. What right did these men have belonging to RSS or any organization to beat him to death?
Ankitji, first of all, we all are outraged, and as a Malayali and a Keralite, our heads are hanging in shame. As you know, I am a Hindu right-wing activist, but this is an occasion we should do soul-searching introspection. Far right, just like there is a far left, there is also a far right. There are some people on the extreme fringes who do such things. And unfortunately, a Ramnarayan has been killed in the name of being a Bangladeshi, quote-unquote, Muslim. So it is extremely unfortunate. We as Kerala society need to rethink, introspect. And just like Ashwinji was saying earlier it was Madhu who was a tribal. Virendra Sehwag, our cricket star, gave me 1.5 lakh rupees, and I was the first person to reach there to support their family. We need to support the Ramnarayan's family. It's a collective occasion for introspection. There is no justification, not even anything less than an outright condemnation that needs to be there. Our civil society, especially Hindu right-leaning organization, needs to
eventually now turning out to be, Rahul, isn't this eventually now turning out to be this hysteria which has been in fact created by certain political party, by political forces, whether it is, and I will say, but the BJP ran a whole campaign in Bihar elections on Bangladeshis, on infiltrators. There is a full hysteria which has been created around Bangladeshis. It's the job of the government, if there is somebody who comes into this country illegally, to arrest them, deport them. This mass hysteria is coming to a point where the mob is taking the law in their own hand, branding anybody Bangladeshi and killing them.
Ankitji, in Kerala, we call them guest workers, or in Malayalam, we call them Athithi Thullaligal, which means guest workers. We treat them good. We have many protections and other things for them. Unfortunately, as you know, in the extreme fringe of whether right or left, there is xenophobia, there is politics of otherization, there is politics of hatred. I'm absolutely sure mainstream parties should come together and do soul searching. And, it is painful. And he has 2 kids. He's 31 years old. His wife is right now in Kerala, and they are refusing to take the body, rightly so, because there needs to be compensated. There needs to be some kind of acknowledgement. Kerala society should apologize to the family, and we Kerala pride ourselves in communal harmony and a lot of pluralism and all. Unfortunately, it's a Ramnarayan, Gandhiji's Ram and Vivekananda's Daridra Narayan who was killed, and it is absolutely shameful. I think beyond politics of condemnation, we should come together, chart out a solution.
If you found links to the RSS as far as these people are concerned, and that's the question that I was asking Rahul Ishwar as well, the whole hysteria which has been created around infiltrators, the campaign around Bangladeshis, just to try and win some votes, it is getting out of hand. And this is a clear example of how it is getting out of hand. What action is the government going to take now?
We will not spare anybody who have murdered them. They have already been arrested, and we will not spare even the conspiracy behind that. And everybody know who have created this hysteria and mob lynching culture in India. That is the RSS, BJP and their conduit organization, so many Senas. They are responsible for this communal outrage. They are responsible for this all these type of vociferous tendencies, divisive tendencies created in the country. Kerala is due for election. They wanted to disturb the peace of the Kerala and the development of the Kerala. Kerala is the only state in the country which has removed the extreme poverty in the country. So the people of BJP, RSS, and their right reactionary and far right are looking for to disturb the peace of the Kerala, whereas the people of Kerala, one or the other time, has always taught them a lesson.
While you accuse them, sir, can I ask you a question very humbly, Professor Varshney? While you accuse them, and of course the police is investigating them, the fact is that the law and order is the responsibility of the state. The state can't be reactionary. The state can't always be looking. Sir, can I complete my question? The state can't always be, in fact, saying that, we have now uncovered the conspiracy behind this. It is the RSS which is fermenting the trouble. If you know that the RSS or any organization is fomenting trouble, what is the state doing? Why are we waiting for incidents like this to take place, and then, of course, the political blame game to begin? Where are the precautionary measures?
Look, precautionary measures have been taken. Kerala, as Rahul has also said, Kerala, don't call them migrant workers. We say them guest workers. They are the guests of the Kerala. And they are given one of the best labor rate of entire India. Highest labor rate. And the best education to their children and their families. We ensure even safety of them. But sporadic incident can happen with these right reactionary and criminal elements. As you know that out of 5, those who are arrested, 4 of them are having criminal records. So we are tracking these criminals, but sometimes these criminals, they try to create a crime.
Society and the political parties in Kerala need to have very, very openly. Because, it won't work by saying it's God's own country and look how great we are in terms of various indicators. The fact is we have seen how bloody the politics in Kerala has been with the fight and the violence between the RSS, the allegations on each other, the left and the RSS workers killing each other. And now, of course, it's coming to an head. So we can't turn our eye, completely blind to the fact that there is a systemic problem that exists.
Yes, without any politicization, let me say, law and order has some issues and that needs to be fixed. And Ankit Tyagi ji, you are spot on. We Kerala pride ourselves in so many things, but this is an area where we should focus more. And as you rightly said, there has been a lot of political violence between left and right. That has right now subsided to an extent. But this kind of mob lynching hurts the soul of Kerala, hurts the soul of Indians in Kerala. Is a very unfortunate reality that we should confront, and we should have social education, sensitization, respect respect for migrant workers and all these things to be inculcated.
Right.
Rather than a political blame game, we need to sensitize, create awareness, and by all party meetings should be convened to find out a solution. Yes, some ultra-right people may have been implicated. Nobody is saying no. At the same point of time, beyond politics, a social solution we should find, and we should come together in cleansing ourselves of hate.
I agree with that, but the fact also is, gentlemen, thank you for joining me on this. But the fact is that this whole hysteria to try and get some votes, which has been created time and again on this side or the other, it only tells you that it results in people like Ramnarayan being killed in this most brutal fashion, with those who think that they are above law. They have been emboldened